So if you're looking for who spent the most on electricity this year or who's got the most light bulbs, I think we may have just found the contender. Welcome to Chelsea and welcome to Sloane Square. Well, this year they have gone for, well, can only be described as a light takeover in the middle of what can only be called a massive roundabout down at the end of Sloane Street, outside Sloane Street Station. Outside Sloane Square Station, and just look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. So we have the War Memorial here in the middle of the square, but just look at what they've done. So this is a takeover this year. They have put in a Christmas market, and it's all sponsored by, as the lady is posing there, by Ralph Lauren. Now, if you think, oh, that sounds familiar, that's because Ralph Lauren, of course, are on Bond Street, and they're always early to go. Always early to go with their lights and all the rest of it. But you can get Ralph Lauren merch whilst you're down here. You can have a cup of coffee from Ralph Lauren's coffee shop. All I can say is they're queuing. I wouldn't bother, guys. It's absolutely horrible. I've had it before, but also there's mulled wine, so you can do that. But just to give you an idea, they're all queuing for the coffee. You've got places to sit, you've got heat places there as well, so you can stand underneath. And also, around the side here, much emptier, you have the merch stand. So you can buy Ralph Lauren merch, sorry, Ralph Lauren coffee merch. But the whole thing is sponsored by Ralph Lauren, they're brewing. But all I would say is, well done, Ralph Lauren, because your coffee may be rubbish, but you've done a great job. And just look up there. There you go. A teddy bear. Guilty as charged. Right, let's give you an idea. Oh my word. So, if you want a cappuccino, it's £5.45. An Americano, £4.95. You can have tea, you can have various other bits and pieces. There's a gingerbread latte. You can have all sorts of things. You can also have a roast if you want. The evening roast, which is £14. Mulled wine is 12. That's going to sit back 12 quid. And you can have a bottle of Camden Hell's bottled lager at £8. A grilled hot dog with ketchup, mustard and pickle relish is going to sit you back 12 quid. So it is a money-making machine, no doubt about it. And they printed their own paper. Here you go. A newsletter by Ralph Lauren called Polo. Very good. Ralph's Brownie, £8. So yeah, it is quite expensive, but they've brought it to life. So you've got to give them that. And you've even got your own staging post. You can come through the Ralph Lauren staging post. So you've got the coffee area here, which has all got heaters. You've got the statue that's going as well. But you've also got the Ralph Lauren Christmas tree, which is outside Peter Jones, which is a John Lewis, which also has lights on it. So if you want a picture in front of the tree, sponsored by Ralph Lauren, you can do that as well. Welcome to Chelsea, guys. So Chelsea, we're going to do Sloane Square. We're also going to do the Duke of York Square as well, and also the walk through there, which is always amazing. Pavillion Road, and anything else that we find around here, including the front of some of the shops, including at Cartier. There you are. Oh, the Ralph Lauren Giving Tree. So it might be a charitable donation or something there, but that's closed at the moment. Not a lot of giving going on. But it's absolutely beautiful for the lights up here. It really, really is. Right. And we're also going to grab a bit of Sloane Street down here. Down this way. Because you've got some of the shops all done up nicely. But it's lovely, isn't it? Very beautifully lit up. Just don't come down here for a coffee. Actually, if you want a coffee, I know a perfect place for that. I'll tell you about that in just a second. In fact, we're going to go past it on Pavillion Road. Lovely, loving the bus. White Christmases are overrated for Aperol Spritz. Go orange, I think is the message there. Right, that is the Ralph Lauren Christmas tree, which has the same sort of balls you've got on Bond Street. It's just a lot bigger. Let's get some pics. So the bit I always love most about Chelsea is the Duke of York Square and the walkthrough. Going from Sloane Square into the Duke of York Square, they always have, like, it can only be described as a massive wreath for you to walk through. This year is no exception. So, There is Peter Jones with all of the lights twinkling on the outside. There is Sloane Square. And here is the Duke of York Square. So let's go through the giant wreath. And let's do it a few times because it's always an attraction. And this year, it's gone bluey. Now, they've got the 12 Days of Christmas. There you go. You've got the swan. So they've done that over the last few years. No, just 2 swans for it. Just a couple of swans. How many swans? Yeah, quite a few. But what we'll do is we'll go back through again. So you've got all the swans. 1, 2, 3, 4. What swans? 5, 6. Is it 6? 7. There you go. There's another 2 there. 7. So is it 7 swans are swimming? Yeah, it must be. 7 swans are swimming. So therefore, you've got all of those as you're going through. Yeah, there you go. So 7 swans are swimming as you go through. And this year they've made a lot more room for people to walk through. There you go. Hello, Swan. But it's very atmospheric with the blueness. That just gives you the idea. There you go. So definitely come, if you're coming through, definitely come through this way. Then once you're through, you've got the lights hanging over, but you've got the fairy lights as well, and all of the different places. And then you come round, and we're going to head down to in front of the Saatchi Gallery, where they always have more. But before we do that, Monica Vindada have put some garland around, there you go, around the corners. Lovely. But I think what they've done again this year is they've gone for the 12 Days of Christmas, certainly by the 7 swans are swimming. Because here we go. You have in there 6 geese laying, so you're going to have 6 trees with the geese in. And as we go down, yeah, there you go, here comes another tree. But then what you've got to make sure you do is just, oh, look at this. How festive does this feel? The Christmas trees all down here with their lights on. Beautiful. Here you go. Here comes another goose. There you go. Up there in the tree. So the good thing is the challenge to find the 12 Days of Christmas as you go through. And then as we come out to the Saatchi Gallery, I think it all sort of, the colours explode and everything explodes, and see what's on the tree. Right, oh lovely. Right, so hang on, before we go down here, the giant wreath hanging up high there, which is lovely. And then we'll go down to a collection of trees, by the looks of it. See what the theme is, because I bet you it's got something to do with the 12 Days of Christmas. We've got them in purples, whites. Ah, that'll be the ballerinas. Wow, that is a tree and a half. So if you're the owner of ballet shoes and they've gone missing, we know where they are. But look, they put those trees with it as well, which is absolutely beautiful. And there's a message on there, do not climb. Yeah, that's lovely. Right, that one is, it's got to be, yes it is, 9 ladies dancing. Didn't know they were that. But anyway, I'm going to have to get better at the 12 Days of Christmas as we go on. Oh, and then you've got another wreath up there. Just round. And then we're going to dive back down and not prelude what is going on the main high street, because they've done it up differently this year and it looks much more alive. Wow. Right. There you go. So nine ladies dancing. You know how much I love Christmas. But absolutely, I can remember 5 gold rings, all right? Yeah, thank you for everyone that helped in the last video that we did the Burlington Arcade. Right, then as we go down, let's go around, more Christmas trees. This is beautiful. So this is all pedestrianised. This is all a bit by the shops, the Duke of York Square. And now we're heading down towards the Saatchi Gallery. There's another one of the 6 in there. Just checking, make sure I hadn't laid any eggs. Not, it's all okay. Right, as we go down, right, so what they've done down here, by the looks of it, is you've got more of the 12 days of Christmas all set out in front. So, what the heck have we got here? Lots of different bits, lots of birds. So you've got, they must be the 2 turtle doves. I think they've mixed them. 3, oh yeah, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens. That 4, oh I don't know, 4 calling birds, might well be.
Fabulous.
It's amazing, isn't it? Lovely. There you go, you've got more birds down here. So it's a bird cacophony. And then you have sequined birds and sequined parrots in there as well. Well, all done rather lovely. Okay, and then as you go around, you have the cows for the milk, because there's no cows are milking. But anyway, maids are milking. But you've got 4 cows there. And then as you look up, you've got milk churns. You see the milk churns there? Excellent. And then as you go round, disco balls, icicles. Ah, you've got the milking stalls here as well, which is lovely. There you go. Yes, so that's the 8. 8 maids are milking. But basically you've got 4 cows, which is a ratio of 1 cow to 2 maids. Right, and then, oh, we've got drummers drumming. Wow. Lovely. That is fantastic. That is absolutely amazing. So done. If you can hear the commentary behind me, they do. Fantastic. And then, 5 gold rings. Here we go. 5 gold rings all intertwined here. Beautiful, well done, outside the Saatchi Gallery. So they've done it again, without doubt. And just to give you an idea how big they are, there's people having their picture taken, but actually the drummer's drumming goes right, so basically it goes right up the wall. And the wall is probably about 20 foot high. So, again, really, really well done. And then you have the main tree, which they've put the, a partridge in a pear tree. So they've gone for that again, but they've gone for a bit of neon this year. And it actually says, can you see that? Yeah, a partridge in a pear tree. So you've got a very tall one with lots and lots of neon pears. But can you also make out, you've got the big partridge there. And also a couple of big pears. And that's a euphemism if ever I heard one. Anyway, let's look round. There you go. And you've got lots and lots of little pears hanging off. Look, if you get close, see, lots and lots of those all hanging with the baubles off the tree, which looks absolutely amazing. And on the top, there is a star. I probably have to go back a bit further for that one to catch the star. But yeah, they've gone for the 12 days of Christmas again. Well done. Well done, Chelsea. Duke of York Square. But just look into the tree. Can you see the tree? They put lots of cluster stars within the tree as well, which is lovely. So it really is so well lit up. Now then, as we go round, you've got the sort of netting falling from the tree here, which is lovely. But then as you go a bit further on, oh yeah, remember something that they're doing over here this year, which I'll show you in just one second, which is lovely. So you've got the sort of netting falling from the tree, which is lovely. And then I remember this last year, got the Eiffel Tower for your 3 French hens. Let's see if we can see the 3 French hens. There we go. 3 French hens in the Eiffel Tower, which is very, very well done. You see them? There you go, right in the middle of the picture. 1 on the right, 2 on the left. Not going to get too close just in case I start pecking. Which is beautiful. Right, we're going to come back down Fulham Road in just 1 second, back towards Sloane Square. Before we do, something that they've done this year over here is, the previous years we've been down to Grosvenor Square and they've done the Make-A-Wish, so you can actually buy a rose and dedicate it in memory of someone else, and it's all lit up in the garden for you. Well, this year what they've done is it's for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity, and you donate the money and it goes to them. It's called the Ever After Garden, a remembrance garden, where you can dedicate a rose in memory of a lost loved one. So it was over there, now they've moved it here. And basically, that's it there. So let's go for a walk around that, because that's also in front of the Saatchi Gallery. So this is fantastic, and moving it over to Chelsea in this area where there's a lot more room really has, it's given it so much more room, but they've sort of compacted it so the roses are much closer together, but they've given it more space for it as well, because every year going over to Grosvenor it got more and more popular with people dedicating the roses and that. And it's incredible to think most of them, nearly all the lights are on already, which shows you how popular this is, but also how good this is for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity, who do fantastic work helping people through their difficulties in life. So it's absolutely superb. But that also, with the roses in front of the Saatchi Gallery, because that's what we're looking at in the background there, it's beautiful. Really lovely. And you can walk right through. And whilst you can't get as close to them to see the ones that have been dedicated, so if you've dedicated one in the middle, there's no chance of getting to it, but you know you've done your thing. And it's just a lovely thing to do. And now it's over in Chelsea. Also, I love the contrast of the light colours. The pure brilliant white here in memory of people versus the yellowy, goldy Christmas lights. Amazing. Now, if you're coming down here and want to get involved, the suggested donation is £15. There are still roses, and I've got a funny feeling that the back part of this is going to disappear even more. So I think by the end of the festive period, all the grass area here will be full. So it's one of those, if you fancy doing it, get down here sooner rather than later. And of course, you can also go to the Royal Marsden website and donate money to them there if you'd like to do it that way. Your own way of sort of dedicating without coming down. Okay, so we're back on the Fulham Road. We're going to go from the Eiffel Tower and our 3 French hens down the road. We have a crown. Now, I think it's a different one this year. But it's always weird because actually there's only 2 crowns going above. One is here and the other one is right down the other end near the ivy. So I'm sure they have changed it this year. But they look lovely. And I'll tell you what we'll do, because we've got the branches going out, we'll go over the other side and we'll capture it around the other side as well as underneath. There you go. Crowns from all sides. That is lovely. Well done, Chelsea. Right, we'll have a look and see if we've got any shops down here. But I'll tell you what we'll do, we're going to capture some of the shops I know are definitely done, such as Cartier. There you go. That's going across. Right, let's head round and down. Now, look, they've done this differently this year. So what they've done is they've put the fairy lights around the trees, and then they've got some more sort of yellowy goldy ones hanging down from it, sort of like tinsel effect, which they didn't have previously. So well done, guys, doing things differently, loving it. Now, the good news is, if you're coming down here, Chelsea, Belgravia, they're all right next to each other. So make sure you take in both. And it's actually a short walk. It's probably a 10-minute walk between the two. So do make sure you come down here and take in both areas. Both lovely areas of London. But I think it's probably fair to say the Chelsea area is probably the busier one. There we go. Just to give you an idea, we're back where we are. And that is the tree down there with the ballerina shoes. Right, let's head back over towards Sloane Square and some of the shops just off there. Okay, so we're back on Sloane Square. There is the Ralph Lauren tree, but next we're going to head this way, which is down Sloane Street. Now, we're not going to go far down Sloane Street because it then goes into hotel land, etc. But what we want to capture are these beautiful lights going across. And if I remember right, I think you can also see them from Knightsbridge at the top of Sloane Street. Yeah, so Sloane Street takes you from Sloane Square all the way to Sloane Street. And it gives you an idea how big they are with the bus just in front. But we're going to go from Ralph Lauren and the centre here. God, they are lovely, aren't they? They really have gone for it with the lights. And then we're going to head down this way. As we do that, let's go over and have a quick look here. Right, so what's this? Rag and Bone. So you've got some Christmas trees there. But we're going to go over to Cartier. Now, Tiffany, all they've got is some Christmas trees outside lit up. I'll show you that in a second as we go back around to Pavillion Square. Cartier are all lit up here. Here we go. They've gone for the green garland, but nothing else. Unlike their store down in Bond Street. So it's literally just the lights there. But what they've also done down here is they've put the lights around the trees. There you go. Just the normal trees. Got them all lit up. And that looks lovely. Right, we're going to have a little walk down here because you can see some of the shop fronts have got some lights on there as well. I thought there was going to be more on there, actually, more on Cartier, but there wasn't. Oh, heck it. There you go. The garland up there. And then as we go through, music playing, which is lovely. And then as we go down, there, I've got sort of Christmas trees all strategically placed. Cone ones, that is. As we go down. And then we'll go to the next set of street lights. Just have a look and see anything else is going on down here. And then we're on Pavillion Road. And I love Pavillion Road. Right. Remember, out here, there we go. If you fancy eating at Christmas outside. Actually, they are blasting some warmth, those heaters. So actually, it wouldn't be too bad, mind you. I think I'll still probably keep my coat on. But anyway, nice wreaths on the window. And here we go. If you fancy a bit of a selfie, you can go skiing. Pretend you're skiing there. And your own ski lift with the skis behind you. And then you have those beautiful lights just going across Sloane Street. And then that heads down towards Knightsbridge and also towards Belgravia and Mottcombe Street. Right, let's go and have a look, see what's going on Pavillion Road. Right, so just to give you an idea, we're at the top of Pavillion Road, which is just, well, diagonally opposite Sloane Square. There's Peter Jones and Partners, all glittering this Christmas. And then we're going to head down Pavillion Road, where they've got the lights up. And then DCS, that's all lit up. which is nice. But we've got all the lights sort of dangling across there, which is lovely. And let's see what other decorations they've got up down here this year. Oh, big bow on a tree, a Veronica beard. There you go. Big bow on a big red tree. You've got Otto Lengthy, or something like that. That could be a coffee shop to try at some point soon. Oh, David Mellor has holly around. That looks nice. That looks very effective, doesn't it? Very nice. Florist with their wreaths. And then as we go over, not a lot. Right, so we've got the lights down here. Heidi Klein. Oh, sorry, this is the White Company. Heidi Klein was on the other side. There you go. To Father Christmas, North Pole. That's very nice, isn't it? There you go. My festive friends there. That's lovely. With the sort of garland around. And then as we hit Pavillion Road and the shops down here, you've got on the top there, on the top of the eaves, you've got the Christmas lights sort of dangling down there. And then you've got the roasting party, which I must admit is a beautiful coffee. Cheesemongers. There you go. Have a quick look. Yeah, everyone always wants to have a look at the cheesemongers. Lovely. Bread ahead. They've gone for wreaths on their doors. There we go. They've gone for a couple of those. As you go down, that's like lit up on those ones. But it looks like the lights are dying on those already. We've got butchers, but you've still got those lights sort of dangling down from the top there. Which, then, if you go back, there you go, you've got those down there with their Christmas lights there. But that's it. Is that me? Or was that a bit nonplussed on that one? I thought it'd be more down Pavillion Road, especially as this lovely part of Chelsea. Anyway, that is at Chelsea for Christmas 2025. What did you think? Where was your favourite place? For me, it had to be outside the Saatchi Gallery and those massive soldiers, as well as the cows and all the other bits and pieces, part of the 12 days of Christmas. I also thought the Rose Garden was just amazing. A chance to remember people. And moving it from Grosvenor Square, which is quite enclosed, and actually they've got lots of work going on there, lots of building work, to where it is now, I think is also just another fantastic place to put it. So really, really good. Now, one of the places that we mentioned, and we've mentioned a couple of times, is Bond Street. Because Bond Street's got Cartier, etc., which we've had a look at as well here. But the Cartier at Bond Street has a really fantastic Christmas display. And I'm going to leave you with Bond Street up in the top right-hand corner. So if you click on that, I'll see you in there. Take care. Bye.